What's up, guys? Mr. Lee Redmond here with episode number 5 of the Multi-Team International Series. This will be the first of 4 special episodes where I will be taking you guys through how 4 of my teams got on in the Continental Cups. As you remember from the previous episode, the World Cup first rounds have been drawn. There is no participation for any of my teams at the moment. Apart from obviously, Peru and Romania, they were drawn, but Romania haven't even finished the Euro qualifiers, and Peru, it's obvious who they're playing because there's only 10 teams and it's always the same 10 teams. The others all were in round 1 and they didn't have to qualify. So this episode, guys, is looking at China and the Asian Nations Cup. As everyone remember, I managed to qualify thanks to finishing best third place. In the draw, I was drawn with Japan, Jordan, and our old rivals Uzbekistan. We started with Jordan first, then it was Japan, and then Uzbekistan. So we'll go through the details now, guys. And our first game was Jordan, and as you can see, we lost 2-1. Now the thing is, this really was I just don't know what to say to this game, guys. It was typical FM. I mean, as you can see there, Jordan took the lead through a KO in the 37th minute, and we were 1 down at half time. Sun Ki equalised in the 49th minute, but just 2 minutes later, Jordan took the lead. That's typical FM, but these match stats are typical FM. I mean, it's just, I was so annoyed. I mean, check that out. 25 shots to 2, 10 on target to their 2, and I end up losing 2-1. It was just so frustrating. I mean, we deserved to get the equaliser, but then just no surprise to see them take the lead again, and we just couldn't come back and do anything, and it was so irritating. I mean, in the other game, Japan, as expected, beat Uzbekistan. Considering I was following that game up with Japan, I was pretty much expecting not to even get anything out of that one, and I was proved correctly, as you can see here, losing 3-0. Being 3-0 down inside the first 25 minutes. So I mean that was just again typical in itself. Batter the previous team and lose 2-1. Get battered in this game on 3-0 down before it's even half time. So it's just unbelievable. And then Uzbekistan got hammered by Jordan 5-1. So going into the final game against Uzbekistan, I just had nothing to play for apart from pride, really, and I drew 1-1 against Uzbekistan. They actually took the lead through Zetilev, and Gao Lin actually equalised for us with 17 minutes to go, Japan being Jordan in the other game. So that was I just even still get annoyed about it now. And you can see it's quite in favour of Uzbekistan now, but nowhere near as in favour as mine was against Jordan. I mean, I just couldn't believe it. It's just so annoying. It was just, standard FM, to be honest. And I was expected to actually make the quarterfinals as well with China, thanks to that. But I didn't make it, but I still have a job, thankfully. Going through the actual thing itself, I believe. So yeah, it was Japan, who won it. They beat Qatar in the final 2-1. So that was our Asian Nations Cup over pretty much straight away. We have obviously carried on. We are in the World Cup qualifiers, and that has actually started in Asia. And we've actually started our games as well. In the first round, this is essentially all the really low nations, the likes of Laos, East Timor, Bangladesh, Afghanistan getting through on away goals. We actually came in round 2, and to kind of say it was like again, the draw was made. I think it was either the same day or not long after the first round draw was made, but none of the first round games have been played. So I think they were all made. The first 2 rounds were made up straight away, so you could see that basically you're playing this team or this team, but not in my case. There was 4 games where there were 2 teams from round 2 qualifying, and I got ran. And as you can see from there, I thankfully somehow managed to get through. I drew 2-2 in Iran. Div Salar in the 42nd minute And then thankfully just on the stroke of half time, Chen Dong scoring for us. Huao Junmin actually put us 2-1 up with 25 minutes to go. But just 10 minutes later, this guy, I'm not even going to try and say his name, the Charlton striker, actually made it 2-2. And in the second leg, we actually won 2-0. Chen Dong again in the 21st minute, and a Zhang Lingping goal on the stroke of half time from the penalty spot, giving us passage into round 3. In round 3, I've got Palestine, Saudi Arabia, and South Korea. Now, confidence-wise, they want me to They want me to actually make the final stage. So I've got one more to go after this. Now, it's going to be tough. I'd expect to beat Palestine, but it's all about Saudi Arabia and South Korea. And it's kind of interesting when you look at, I just noticed Group 2. I mean, Iraq, India, Singapore and Afghanistan. That's an actual shocking group. We'll have a look at the other groups as well. You've got Australia, North Korea, Oman, UAE. That's quite a tough group. And you've got Bahrain, Kuwait, Laos and Uzbekistan. Group 5 is Yemen, Qatar, Lebanon and Japan. So, I don't think we'll make it, to be fair. I think it'll be between us and Saudi Arabia for that final place, I reckon. The only thing is, though, is the rankings-wise, we're actually pretty close. I mean, we're 101st and Palestine are last in 111. They've actually gone up. South Korea are 77th. I actually believe Saudi Arabia is ranked higher. Well, just 2 places. In 75th. So, there's a decent chance of maybe us getting something there. And with the fact that we're not quite done July, we've got 2 months, we can maybe close the gap as well on South Korea and Saudi Arabia in the rankings anyway. So, I think personally it could be between us and Saudi Arabia for the final place. The thing I quite like the fact of here is I got South Korea away and then take on Arabia, Palestine and South Korea all at home in a row, followed by Saudi Arabia away, ending in March in 2016 with Palestine. And then in the final round, it's 2 groups of 5, playing each other twice, so 8 games even, not 10, get it right. And then it's basically top 2 from each group automatically qualify for the World Cup. 2 teams in third will be playing each other in a playoff. The winner of that will then represent Asia in the continental qualifier against either the winner of Oceania, which is more than likely going to be New Zealand, the 4th place team in the CONCACAF final round, or the 5th team in South America. So that's how that's ended. The next rounds, I really would like to get to the final round. But considering when I started this game, they'd gone out in round 2, I'm not holding up much hope, to be honest. If I can get something in South Korea, that would be a bonus. But I think I really need to take points in all the home games, specifically Palestine, and maybe take points against Arabia and Korea, or maybe win against Arabia. But yeah, that's how it's going in Asia, guys. That is the Asian Cup main competition, plus the current round of the World Cup qualifiers in Asia. That is it for this episode. Leave some likes, leave some comments, subscribe, would appreciate all, and tune in for the next episode, which will be a African Nations Cup special with Morocco. Until then, guys, as always, take it steady.